Good afternoon. My prayers are going out this afternoon for Sinbad. I just um, came across my screen that he has suffered a stroke. His family says that they're expecting a recovery. And of course, I'm praying for recovery, and I hope everyone else is. Um, it takes something like this sometimes for us to look into a person and see the value that they have been over the years. And today I said, let me look into David Atkins' career. And I saw that he addressed one of the problems that few people have highlighted, an extreme problem that exists within the black community, and that is black adoption. Um, in his show, the Sinbad Show, he addressed the foster care system within the black community. And we talk about the Black Lives Matter movement, and people are all up in arms about police brutality when someone um, meets their demise because of a confrontation with the police. That's a little too late because the time that you start is when these kids are in their youth. And statistics show that even though, let me see, black children represent 14% of the total population, but 23% of kids in foster care. So some of these same people who are out advocating for the Black Lives Matter movement, where were they when these young black children needed to be adopted, especially young teenagers? Um, in his pilot, because I had a chance to look at Sinbad's pilot, in his pilot, he struggled to adopt a 12-year-old boy, a 12-year-old black boy, who even today probably will age out of foster care before being adopted. And the particular, you know, let's see, it was Sinbad. Ray J was the person who played the 12-year-old foster child. I forget who the little girl was. But just looking at that sort of paradigm of, you've got the older black child, a little sister who was not only at a younger age, she wasn't a teen yet, but she was also light skinned. So this black couple comes in, and they're going to adopt the little light skinned girl and separate her from her brother. Sinbad's character did not stand for that. Sinbad's character stepped up to make sure that they stayed together. That's what black families need to do. That's what black communities need to do. We need to have members of our church communities, members of the professional community, seeing this as a crisis that needs to be addressed. And the black community needs to step up and give homes to these children who will invariably age out of foster care, more than likely become homeless, because that's what happens, because they're on their own. They're just cut loose without having any real stability throughout their entire life. So I just want to applaud Sinbad for being one of the creators of that type of programming. That type of programming should exist in our television programming, in our literature. That's what bothers me about the liberal agenda. They seem to take pity or care about people when it's too late. What about addressing the issues as they occur? Nip them in the bud, so to speak. That young man, the young the young kid played by Ray J's character, got a good home, and his little sister. And they were rough around the edges. Ray J's character could tell jokes that would make your toes curl. But that was the life he had been exposed to. But Sinbad's character, David, actually gave him structure in his life. And that's where the black community needs to step up. Um, we talk about homelessness. We're not going to end homelessness just by wishing it away. There are going to have to be some definitive actions that people take, particularly in the black community. We need to save our children who have entered foster care because their parents either were incapable of taking care of them because of one of the common problems is drug addictions. Um, Maybe they were abused. The foster care system isn't that perfect either. I mean, very often kids are placed in foster care because their parents couldn't afford running water. This is where the attention needs to be focused on in the black community. So, as I said, I'm sending my prayers out to Sinbad, praying for a speedy recovery, applauding him for the work he has done uh, in addressing this huge crisis within the black community, and hope that he will, you know, have a quick recovery and be able to continue contributing to our community in the future. All right, this is Let's Talk. My channel is from As the Third World and North America Turns, where I address issues of housing insecurity in our world. I hope if you got some value out of this video that you will hit that like button. And if you want to hear more of what I have to say, please subscribe. Until then, this has been Lit.